please, Maggie. Are you all right?
Did Jonathan take me home and beat me up last night? Sorry to disappoint you, Aidan. I'm fine. Goodbye.
Listen, just hear me out for a second. I'm here because I care about you, all right? We're friends. Now, I have a policy regarding friends that when I see one of them walk in front of a train, at the very least, I let her know that there are lights burning down the track at her. Maggie, you're about to commit to this guy for the rest of your life. The least you can do is get all the facts you can. I mean, you're not going to go out and buy a car without getting it checked out by a mechanic first, are you? I mean, just because it all looks great on the outside and looks all polished and stuff, it might be rotting on the inside.
Aidan, you're talking about cars. We are people, and this is my heart that we are speaking about.
I know. And people that care about you want to see you give it to someone who will take care of it. Listen, when I heard that Jonathan hit you...
I explained to you about that.
I know. It was just one time. It'll never happen again. Listen, call me old-fashioned, but I was always told that women should be treasured and protected. And that if you're angry, you punch a wall. Or you go down the gym and take it out on some weights and a punching bag or whatever.
And you don't think that Jonathan knows that?
Well, it looks like he forgot. Listen, Anita's going to be over here in a minute. And she's going to bring someone with her. Please do me a favor. Listen to what she has to say.
You know, I am so sick of everyone ragging on Jonathan. He's my future husband. And it looks like we're gonna have to find a whole new bunch of friends. Get out.
Hey, look, there's someone I'd like you to meet.
I'm sorry. If you are an abuse counselor, you can go home now.
She's come all the way on the train from New York City today just to meet you. This is the girl I was talking about. Lorraine Rossiter.
You're Maggie.
And you are?
I used to be engaged to Jonathan until he nearly killed me. We had classes together, so we used to study. He was easy to talk to and so sweet. Jonathan treated me better than any guy I knew, except when it turned ugly.
Okay, I think I've heard enough.
Maggie, we haven't even started yet. Tell her how he changed.
Pretty much the minute I fell in love with him, he became possessive and jealous. I was friends with this guy I'd gone out with a couple of times. Jonathan didn't want him around. Jonathan really didn't like any of my friends. He thought they were trying to come between us. And one day, he just lost it. He hit me. Now, he convinced me he was mortified that he had hurt me, but somehow he made me believe that it was really my fault. Somehow I had pushed him to do it.
Yeah.
So I forgave him.
Until he dumped you, and then you wanted to pay back.
Maggie, please.
And now here she is.
Hear her out, will you? Tell her what finally set him off.
I ran into my guy friend by accident, and we ended up having a cup of coffee. Now, Jonathan found out, and he really went off on me. He accused me of cheating on him and lying, and he really laid into me.
It's okay, Lorraine.
It's okay. He punched me, and he threw me, and he broke my nose. It might have been worse if my friends hadn't showed up.
And that's when you called the police.
Mm-hmm. But it was a first offense and everything, so he got off pretty easily. And Maggie, that's when it got worse. Jonathan wouldn't take no for an answer.
Even after you broke up with him?
Huh? He started to stalk me. He called me all the time. I would come home from school or the store or something, and he would be waiting outside my apartment, and I could not stand it. I moved to another city. I found, some work, but it's never really been right.
And tell Maggie why you risked coming here to the same city as Jonathan.
The guilty thing. I couldn't let him just find some other girl and do to her what he did to me.
So how much did you pay her to say all this?
Oh, Maggie, we wouldn't do that. Listen to me.
No, for all I know that Bianca could have put you up to this. I mean, she seems like a pretty good actress. You could have paid her to say something like this.
There are x-rays and court records.
No, this is not my Jonathan that we were talking about. Because he is sweet and he is loving. He is the most romantic man I have ever met.
You're right. He is.
until he changes.
No, he doesn't want you anymore, and you can't stand that. He loves me. So who's the jealous one now, Lorraine?
Maggie, he told me I was the first woman he ever fell in love with. He looked me in the eyes and he asked me what it feels like to fall in love. It just made my heart melt. I mean, how do you not respond when a guy asks you something like that? What does it feel like to fall in love?
What does it feel like to fall in love?
What a line to lay on someone, huh? Jonathan got me to tell him exactly how many butterflies in my stomach I thought love was. Then he turned it around, and big surprise, that's exactly how he felt.
Yes. Loving someone makes you feel like you can say yes to the world. You know, you can do anything. You can try anything.
I've had these feelings that you're describing.
But you said that you didn't before.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I mean, if I did know, I couldn't be sure. But I've had those feelings that you're describing. It's just, for me, the yes. Yes. It's a really hard thing to say.
Then what was the girl?
You. I'm starting to have these feelings for you.
It can really suck you in. One night, we were walking home on this bridge, and I was nervous, but I brought up his temper and the jealousy, and he freaked. He got up on the edge of the bridge and told me to push him off if I was going to leave him.
Why don't you just push me off the roof right now?
Someone says they'd rather die than live without you. It sounds romantic. But it's not. It's manipulative, and it's controlling, and it's really hard to ever trust anyone again. Anyway, you needed to know this. The rest is up to you. I have to catch my train back to New York.
Lorraine, thank you so much for coming.
I hate to see someone else's life get screwed up.
I'll walk you out.
Well, you know what? It's okay. I'll get a taxi. I think Maggie needs you more than I do. If you do decide to end it, be careful. That's when he can get really ugly.
Hi. I have a really big day planned for Maggie, so if you two wouldn't mind leaving us alone.
Actually, yeah, we would mind.
What's going on here?
It's over.
What's over?
Us. I can never see you again. Ever.